Hello everyone, this is M16 Warfare, and today my new video is a guide on how to prevent or try to prevent your Pokemon Tower Defense accounts from getting patched or rolled back or deleted. Now, as you know, if you use hacks in the game, it always comes with the sort of risk that either the hacks could get patched or your account could be deleted, or some hack Pokemon are removed over time. And as you can see here in the official forums, which I do not support, there's a lot of people who like to complain, about hacks, and they email Sam as soon as I come out with the hack, and they try to get Pokemon deleted. So basically, this is just a tutorial video. I'm just going to try to give you some tips on how I maintain my PTD accounts and how I try to prevent them from getting banned. And so basically, the first thing you want to realize is that if you hack in the game and you have hacked Pokemon in the account, that is an instant risk to that account, and there's always a chance that in the future, at Sam's discretion, he could either delete your account, roll back it, whatever, remove certain Pokemon, whatever he wants to do. So the whole point of this is to try to trick him or make the whole thing so tedious for him to individually remove different Pokemon that some Pokemon, get through the system and you're able to maintain at least the majority of your Pokemon or PTD wealth. Now, this happens every time, every time there's been a hack or something, he's deleted Pokemon. There's always a few that slip through the cracks, and these are usually the smart players who, who try to play by the rules, but they still hack and stuff. So basically, the first thing you want to do, first tip number one, is not to draw attention to yourself. Obviously, if you have Groudons, Kogers, and stuff, you want to brag and things like that. And, that's always a good thing, but, it's the players who don't draw attention to themselves or don't reveal all their accounts or their account names who are the ones who usually keep their Pokemon in the end. So that's a fairly simple one. Just play safe, don't draw a whole lot of attention to yourself, don't brag all day, every day, you know what I mean? And basically, the second tip I would think to do is it's very, very important. You want to separate your legit Pokemon from your non-legit Pokemon. So, as you can see here, this is one of my many legit accounts. These are accounts, I never hack or anything, or hack on. They're fully legit, things like that. But the problem is that, if you trade with other players or you trade hack Pokemon to yourself, now the risk is in your account, or the illegals are in your account. So what you want to do is you want to have separate accounts for hack Pokemon and separate accounts for legit Pokemon, because you don't want to have your legit Pokemon unfairly taken away from you. And basically, obvious ones you want to watch out for are illegals. Those are usually very easy for Sam to see, and you obviously always want them to be put in a hacked account, for example, like this one, which is all basically illegal Pokemon. Now, a lot of things is that if you have a lot of one type of Pokemon, that's suspicious. A lot of times, if they're the same level, or they all have the same level and moves, that's pretty suspicious as well. So, you want to thin that out or transfer some to another account. And, you just want to double check your Pokemon. If you have a lot of level 100s, if they have no moves or just tackle, or, if it doesn't look right, if it doesn't look legit, like, level 100, like, most people can't train to level 100. If you have these kinds of Pokemon, a few in between here and there, but if they have obviously, hack moves and stuff, just, trade them to another account or abandon them. So you just want to be extra safe. Make sure your legit account isn't going to be unfairly taken advantage of. And if you have half version Pokemon, they're worthless anyway, so just as an extra precaution, release them as well. So once you've separated all your legit accounts from your non-legit accounts, it's time to forget about your legit accounts that's now safe, and to move on to your non-legit accounts. Now, all these accounts, you want to make sure they have the Satoshi name. Usually don't put an avatar, don't have a lot of money, don't have a lot of badges. You want these to be like new accounts. You want them to look inconspicuous and hard to search for. So, for example, on this account, as soon as it loads, you're going to see there's going to be tons of illegals. Look at this, like, tons of Snorlax, like all hack moves, all hacked levels, tons of Kyogres, tons of Groudons, tons of Deoxys. Now this account for sure is going to get deleted eventually. There's nothing I can do about it. That's why I do giveaways, because when I give away Pokemon to a lot of people, it increases the chance or likelihood that they survive to live another day pretty much. So, you know, I already know this account's doomed. It's already been deleted once before, so, you know, it can always be deleted again. But, you know, let's say, you know, a lot of your wealth comes from these illegal hacked Pokemon, and you just don't want to see, you know, all your wealth go to waste. What you can do, you have a couple of options. The first thing is just to trade and convert these illegals to things like dogs, Mews, Heatran, Rayquaza, things like that. This, you know, translates your wealth into things that aren't hacked or not suspicious, or like breedable shadows, breedable shinies. So just basically trade with other players, trade as much as the illegals as you can, you know, just get them off your back, and you'll still have the Pokemon wealth in the end. Now, let's say you really do want to keep the illegals. What you can do is you can separate them out into multiple accounts. So maybe have 4 in one account, 6 in another, 8 in another, you know. You want to separate them out. You don't want to have 60 of each like I do in one account. That's a dead giveaway. Now, finally, if you're really committed to keeping your illegals, what you want to do is you want to make a totally new account, and you want to put just one illegal in each one of them. So what I would do, I have Kyogre, Groudon, and Deoxys, right? So what I would do is I make 3 separate accounts and put just one illegal. Don't do anything to account. Don't even play on it. Don't even start the first level, and just, you know, because those Satoshi accounts, they take a while for Sam to search, and, you know, if you don't have them all grouped together like this, it's actually hard to delete. So just, you know, I'll put one Kyogre in one account, one Groudon in the second account, and one Deoxys in the third account. And basically, the purpose of that is that, you know, he's going to scan for all the big accounts, delete these, but, you know, as always, some fall in the cracks, and if you happen to be the lucky player that has one of the last Kyogres, you're instantly super rich. And, you know, that's how JTJ does it, that's how I do it. So, and the most important thing a lot of people don't realize is, you know, you want to switch it up. Sometimes change the nicknames, sometimes, you know, go into Cheat Engine, rehack their moves or levels. Just try to make them, you know, random, so Sam can't just search, oh, all these Kyogres have these 4 moves, so he can just instantly wipe them out. You just go into the game, change the moves, change the nickname, whatever, just to make it more likely that you'll be able to keep Pokemon. Now, if you're going to do this strategy and put one on each account, one legend or one illegal per, you know, new account, you want to make sure you know where they're at. If it's up for trade, it is most likely going to be detected, because all Pokemon up for trade is easily visible in the system. You know, it's really easy for Sam to detect Pokemon up for trade. So either you want to have them in the create trade box, as you can see here, which can still be deleted, or the best way to do it, in my opinion, is this is hard to, like, you know, time, or it's not very reliable. But what you can do is when you trade a Pokemon, sometimes it will stay in this pickup box. And so if you have a Kyogre in this pickup box and just legit Pokemon to create trade and trade requests, there's a chance you'll be able to keep that and he won't be able to scan for that. So that's what I usually do. You know, I usually try to have my legends in a pickup box, so it's not in the system, it's not up for trade, and so technically they're safe. So that's what I do. So, you know, I have over 25 accounts. Most of them are legit. I have a few just dedicated hack accounts, and then, like I said earlier, I have 3 accounts where I have 1 legend of each. So that's how I kind of diversify. So even if Sam does rollbacks or deletes my accounts, things like that, I'll always have lots of wealth, or I'll always have a chance to keep those illegals or hack Pokemon. So, you know, that's what I try to do. I always try to, you know, double check things, you know, and the thing is that if they're all Satoshi, he can't just search for the name. And that's an important thing too. If you make a lot of PTD videos or screenshots and stuff, you know, he can, if you have this information in the screenshot or video, he can search all this, search money, search badges, search name, especially if you have a unique account name. He can search for that, and then boom, he'll delete it. So just Satoshi, he's not going to find that. There's everyone has Satoshi accounts. So those are basically the tips to prevent your you know, Pokemon from getting deleted, or at least to minimize the chance of getting hit by a account deletion. And like I said, and you really want to make sure, because there's so many hacked Pokemon, if you're going to maintain high level or high value legit accounts, just make sure, you know, make sure they're legit. You know, make sure they don't have all this extra crap that's obviously not legit. So, you know, hack versions, you just want to make extra precaution. If you want to keep any of the Pokemon that I'm releasing like right now, just trade them to another account. Just keep them off your legit account. It's easy as that, because it always sucks to see your main storyline account just be totally wiped out, even if you've never hacked. And so, that's how I do it. Obviously, he's never going to be able to wipe out all my wealth. I'm always going to be rich on PTD, and I'm always going to have illegals because I'm always trying to think of new ways to hide him from him. Try to hide him from the system, creative ways. And so, if you follow my techniques, make different accounts, separate the legit from the unlegit, follow simple tips like that, change up the moves in the game, change up the levels, change up the names, it makes it a lot harder for him to scan for different Pokemon. And in the end, he only has so much time per day. And I'm just giving you a heads up because he's on the 2-week honeymoon right now. And I was just on the Graphic Forces forum, and there's a lot of people who are complaining, a lot of people who are reporting to Sam and trying to get him to delete the hack Pokemon, which he will eventually. I mean, honestly, he's not going to stand for that. But if you're dedicated on keeping your Pokemon and preventing Sam from deleting them, follow my tips. I'm gonna have more. I'm gonna post a whole guide on my website, www.ac130productions.com. And I'm just gonna put the guide in the announcements, just 4 sure ways on how to prevent your account from getting deleted.